Hello there, World of Tankers. Welcome to the channel. I'm, of course, your host, World of Blitz, and in today's video, we are going to be talking about the Tier 9 German heavy tank, the Kampfpanzer 70, which, in my personal opinion, was the best event wargaming ever released in the game. Now, there, of course, were a lot of events in the game. We've had the Dracula and the Helsing, which you could have gotten for free. There were events for the WG-112 Glacial, which I loved at the time when it came out. I think the IS-2SH was an event, if I'm not mistaken. You know, there's events like the E75TS, the T44 and 100. There's so many tanks over the years that have come out for free. The Type 59 patent, and a lot of them were really good, but in my opinion, the Kampfpanzer was the best. First of all, because it was the highest tier that you could get for free, but second of all, this tank came out, and it was one of the coolest events ever, because the way it worked is you had to score within the top 1,000 players of your respective region. So what that meant is that if I averaged, 4,000 damage in tier 10 for the first 10 games, every battle, I think the way it worked, to what I remember at least, is that you had to average a really, really incredible amount for the first 10 games you played every day in Blitz. And if you scored within the top 1,000 players, you'd get the tank for free with the legendary camouflage. That was an amazing time, and honestly, I wish that they only let people that got the tank get the camouflage, because that would have really been a cool thing from Wargaming, but yeah, sometimes not everything goes well for you. By the way, I don't know if you noticed that, but that shot before there, that was a blind shot on the ISU, and lit him on fire and killed him. Yeah, sometimes you get really, really lucky, but the Kampfpanzer, it's a hit or miss tank, because it literally hits or miss. The gun is great sometimes, but the gun's also a pile of crap sometimes. It hits a lot of shots, and then it low rolls a lot. I fired an HE at the side of that was at the TVP V2 there, and it rolled 485. An HE. My average is 640 with HE. So the fact that it rolled that low, it literally lost me 600 hit points because of that one roll low. One roll low, yes. Low roll. And that's one of the issues with this vehicle in particular, is it never wants to make up its mind. That shot rolled 485, but then you're going to see me here use an APCR, and well, look at the roll I get on this IS-5. I max roll him. I just never understand what this vehicle wants to do. Does it want a high roll or does it want a low roll? Because some games it screws you, and some games it loves you. But I always love the Kampfpanzer. I'm not 100% in love with it today, and that's why I'm showing actually replays, is because every time I've tried to do live recordings, I'm just getting crapped on. And I don't know what it is, but like the last game I tried playing, I was on Desert Sands, and I was playing my tank heavy side, and a 62A decided to rush right through heavy side, go behind me, and my team wouldn't drive out to shoot him, so I just got farmed, because this vehicle has, as we know, terrible, terrible DPM, and I died. And it got me so mad, I was like, you know what, no, I'm done. I'm not trying to record live gameplay. I can't keep my cool. I'm just going to do replays and talk about the tank in the event. Now, I actually managed to kind of cheat the event. Not in the way of actually cheating it, but I more likely big-brained wargaming, because the way they did the event was that it multiplied each tier lower you went. So tier 10, if you averaged 4,000 damage, for every bit of damage you did at tier 10, you got a point. So, yeah, not bad. If you average 4,000 in tier 10, you'd get 4,000 points for the first 10 games you played, and then that would add to your overall score. However, if you were like me and big-brained it, tier 5 got double the points. And what that meant is that if you averaged 2,000 damage in a tier 5, that means that you'd be averaging 4,000 in tier 10. And because I was a half-decent player at the time, I was averaging about 2,500 in the vehicle I chose, the BDR G1B, or whatever it is, the BDR G1. I think it is the B, right? Not that, I never know what that tank's called, but either way, I was averaging about 2,500 damage in that vehicle. And what that means is that I was averaging, in reality, 5,000 average damage every single game. And because of that, I finished within the top 50. That was one of my big brain ways to actually outsmart the event and get my hands on the tank easily for free. Yeah, always try to outsmart events if you can. And the Kampfpanzer, it's never let me down. I love the tank always. For some reason, it's just not liking me tonight, but a lot of the times it really does perform well. It's got this huge capability to do massive damage, especially against tier 8s. There's no tier 8s that really outtrade you apart from tank destroyers. Other than that, you're outtrading every tier 9 heavy, every tier 9 medium, everything. In tier 8s, yeah, good luck. It's just got such a nice alpha. As well, the tank just looks fantastic. This has got to be, in my personal opinion, one of the nicest looking vehicles in the game. This vehicle was developed in the 1970s, and I think it was a joint project between Germany and the Americans to make an MBT, otherwise known as a main battle tank. And it just looks so nice. There's, again, that huge alpha being able to easily roll on that Conqueror there. 2 shots and we did 1,040 damage to that poor guy. But you're going to see one of the 2 big issues with this vehicle. The biggest issue, of course, is the DPM. It's quite poor. That's why you play this vehicle as a peek-a-boom tank. You use that big alpha, you snap a shot, and then you back up. Of course, that leads some issues because DPM is important in certain scenarios. And as I said, I was playing on Desert Sands, got rushed, and well, yeah, died because I just didn't have the ability to shoot the guy quick enough. I just died. The other issue with this tank is the camouflage rating. Believe it or not, this vehicle has a terrible camouflage rating. I don't actually understand why, because it's a very low down tank. It's got a decent low, slung profile, but it just for some reason has a terrible camouflage rating, and I never really figured that out. But yeah, Wargaming gave it a bad one, and because of that, it really just doesn't have the ability to get away undetected. You're going to see that here. Ooh, there went, what fell? A knife. Man, that was really, really loud. Sorry if that deafened any of you guys. I was holding my one of my pocket knives while I was recording, or at least it was in my lap and it fell. But nonetheless, yeah, that's the camouflage there. It's not great. And because of that, it really hurts when you get detected by enemy tanks or mediums or lights and you can't even spot them. That hurts. But you know what also hurts? The hit points on the WT there. That guy's not enjoying me too much. We're sitting at now 1,612 damage from that blind shot, which is... Actually, no, I think we're sitting at more because we did get that. So yeah, we're sitting at probably about 20-something hundred damage there. Not too bad. Again, this tank always seems to low roll, so... We're not sitting as, you can see here, damage dealt, 2,294. So that shot seems to have really, really low rolled. But, yeah, again, that's what the tank really seems to do. I wanted to get that Jagdpanther so bad, but that Waffle got me stuck on the rock, and, well, he got the HE out. I was so bummed about that at that moment. I was like, keep your cool, Droodles, keep your cool. Yeah, game get to me angry. But pretty much this game here, we did decent. It wasn't a ridiculously good game, but I did about 3,200. I got a shot in the rear of the M103, and yeah, that was about the end of the game. 3,280 damage. So, not bad by any means. But, what do I have to say about the tank? I think it's good. I don't think it's spectacular, but it is a good vehicle. You can see, by the way, just look at how unlucky the games are I've been getting. Like, the games aren't even bad on damage. Like, the Rockfield game was 3,800, but just my team, 2 tier 9s, like, come on, dudes. Why are you doing so bad? 47%, 49%, 46%, like... I just never understand why teams are so bad in Blitz. But that's the issue. Look at that. I got my hands on the Triumphant. But, yeah, overall, I think the Kampfpanzer is a good tank. If it came out for $15, I'd say buy it, which it normally does. So, not a bad... Oh, okay. What do you mean it's almost yours? I already got it. It is mine. You but. What? Okay, you know what? Cool. Yes. All right. You know what? Go away. Go away, Battle Pass. You stupid. Either way, the Kampfpanzer is a really fun tank. Other vehicles that were great to get for free... I think the T28 HTC was a free event, but we also had vehicles like the T3485 Rudy, maybe? I don't remember if that one was for free, but I think it was. But ones that were guaranteed for free were vehicles like the Dracula. We also had vehicles like the, what was it? The frickin', I'm losing my mind. It was the Helsing. The Dracula and the Helsing were also great vehicles to get for free. They're overpowered, and on an overpowered scale, they're way better than the Kampfpanzer. I just think the Kampfpanzer is better because it was a tier 9. Hopefully all of you enjoyed today's video. You want to see more like it, please consider smashing that subscribe button down below. But other than that, stay happy, stay healthy, and I'll be seeing you in the next one. Bye-bye.